When the flood actually occurred, I wasn't really home. My brother and my daughter were at home, and my brother called me up and said the water was starting to come through the floor. And so it took me a couple minutes to get home. By the time I got there, I couldn't even get to my street. I had lost communication with my brother and my daughter. The firefighters and rescue agencies were not letting me down the street, so I was sitting there in panic. And then I noticed my brother was pulling roofing material that was supposed to be our roof down the road, and my daughter was on it.
So the wife and I grabbed a few things and threw them up in the bed and grabbed a few clothes, and by the time we got out the door, it was almost knee-high at our home. I was able to get the car started and started to drive out, and there was a car sitting in the middle of the road that wasn't moving, and I finally told the wife, I said, we can't wait for them to move, we gotta keep going or we're gonna get stranded.
We had basically nothing. I had no idea how long we were going to be out of the house. Never expected to be flooded. We're not in a floodplain. We've never had water in the cellar.
We keep talking about normal, but we're not sure what normal is anymore.
Everything was gone. Everything was covered in muck and mud and fuel. The stairs washed away. The refrigerator was laying on its back in the living room. And pretty much everything was destroyed. We needed assistance to purchase a new home. We were in a situation where we couldn't finance a home and we couldn't buy one outright. And that's when the Disaster Relief Fund stepped in to help us.
My name is David Coates, and I chair the Vermont Disaster Relief Fund. It's the fund that was set up to help the survivors of Tropical Storm Irene.
This is about individuals and individual family needs. Really make Vermont stronger by helping these individuals get them back on their feet, get them back in their jobs, get them back in their homes.
This is a long-term recovery. We may not have this solved in 2 years. It may take us 3 or 4 years. But I think that all of us on the Long-Term Relief Fund feel that we are here until the last Vermonter is back in his or her home.
People are still hurting out there. We've identified at least 600 or 700 individual Vermonters and their families who just need the final piece that can put their lives back together.
If there's a way to get help with the funding, it certainly would make life easier. There's just more to do.
There are still many people recovering from Irene, and some need little help and some need a lot of help.
We are Vermonters, and we do help Vermonters. And at the end of the day, I know that all of you will respond to the needs of those Vermonters, and I would ask you and urge you to please step up and do what you can.
So we're asking, would you please donate to the Vermont Disaster Relief Fund?
Please donate to the Vermont Disaster Relief Fund and help other Vermonters in need.
We need your help. Please give to the Vermont Disaster Relief Fund.